Heavy Wellness. My name is Lynn, and today we're making my famous sugarless breakfast cookies. Now, the reason that I developed this recipe was because of a sugarless in the kitchen challenge we did, and it's a way to kind of reduce sugar, but still get that cookie or sweetness that you may be missing when you're giving up all added sugar. So what is the main ingredient that gives you that sugar that you might be missing? It's bananas. Now, never throw out bananas. When they get to a point like this, when they're quite ripe, you can use them in baking or cooking for sure, or if you're not going to be using them right away, peel them and then just put them in a Ziploc bag in your freezer so you can use them later. They're great in smoothies and in all kinds of baked products. But in this case, they're the replacement for refined sugar. And the good thing about it is that it's bringing you that natural sweetness without the bad effects of sugar. Now, the riper the banana, the sweeter it will be, and the higher it will be on the glycemic index. Now, the glycemic index is it's a measure of how carbohydrates bring up your blood sugar in your body. But because we're not just eating the bananas on their own, but we're adding it with all kinds of good ingredients, it won't affect the blood sugar as much. Okay, so basically first step is to mash these bananas until you get this nice, even, liquidy kind of consistency. There we go. Almost there. We'll just add a little bit more. Just making sure we've got this nice homogeneous mix. Okay. There we go. So, we're adding, next thing is, just so you know, the recipe actually you can find on our website, so that's stellavywellness.ca website. But for those who purchased the calendar, that recipe calendar that we were selling, the recipe is in there and it's on March 13th. So all the information is there, and that's what I'm following as I'm doing this. So the next thing we're putting is some gluten-free rolled oats. You can use quick oats or regular oats. These are regular oats. They're actually large flake oats. And the good thing about oats is that they're really high in fiber. They contain what's called beta-glucan. And this beta-glucan is really good because it's a source of soluble fiber, which helps to feed the gut bacteria. It also digests slowly, so it keeps you full longer. It helps to stabilize blood sugar, so all these good things. Then the next thing we're adding is shredded coconut. That's optional. Not everybody likes coconut. To be honest, when I was a kid, I hated it. Now it's okay. I'm not a huge fan still. But when it's mixed in these cookies, you don't taste it so much, except you get some little pieces stuck in your teeth once in a while. Coconut is really a good source of fat, so don't be afraid to add it. Then we've got, I'm trying to follow the order here, but I don't think it really matters in the end. We've got some almond butter, and that's going to give you a little bit of that binding factor in here. Now, almond butter is a better alternative to peanut butter. You could use peanut butter, all natural peanut butter. The problem with peanuts is that they're high in arachidonic acid, and arachidonic acid is inflammatory. So you want to reduce inflammation in your body as much as possible. So trying to find alternatives is always a good idea. Okay, next thing we're adding is some brown rice flour. I've never tried this recipe with another kind of flour, but I'm pretty sure you could and it would work totally fine. Okay, we're getting a nice thick mixture. Then what we're going to be adding is some pumpkin seeds and some goji berries. Now the beauty of this recipe is it's super versatile. So you could use any kind of seed or nuts, it would work really well. And the same with your goji berries, you could use raisins or cranberries or any other dried fruit. The reason I put pumpkin seeds are actually high in many minerals, including magnesium. It's actually a really good source of magnesium, and most people are actually deficient in magnesium. It's one of those minerals that is really deficient in a lot of people, and magnesium is important for relaxation of your muscles, relaxation in general, and especially if you have any issues with sleep, that might be a good thing to do to make sure you are getting enough magnesium in your diet. Goji berries are super high in antioxidants, so that's good. The only caveat is that if you have to avoid nightshade vegetables or fruits and vegetables, goji berries are actually part of the nightshade family, so then you would want to avoid these and replace them with something else. So there, it's half a cup of the goji berries, half a cup of the pumpkin seeds. Then we're adding a half teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of cinnamon. You could always add a little more cinnamon, really. The beauty of cinnamon is that it helps to balance blood sugar. And since we're doing these cookies without sugar, without added sugar, all in the goal of baking a cookie that will help balance your blood sugar and not spike it up, adding the cinnamon has these added benefits. And the last ingredient is melted coconut oil. So in it goes a quarter cup of melted coconut oil. Oh, that was not the last ingredient, sorry. I stand corrected. The last ingredient is vanilla. So it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I just bought this vanilla. It was quite expensive, but it's pure Madagascar vanilla. So the recipe asks for half a cup, but I'm just gonna, for a teaspoon, but I'm just gonna put half a teaspoon. So this lasts longer, and I'm sure it's gonna be enough. Okay, got a nice mix here. It's just a matter of putting it on your parchment-lined baking sheets. So then you just take a spoon and just drop them in little spoonfuls. You can make them small or big, it's up to you. And then you bake them at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so just fill that baking sheet with all these beautiful cookies. Okay, so I put all the batter here on my 2 baking sheets. I actually it makes enough. Depends again how big you make your cookies. And so I'll just pop it in the 350-degree oven. And like I said, between 15 and 20 minutes. It's a good idea to just check on them regularly. The smaller they are, obviously the quicker they'll cook. So here we have them fresh from the oven. You can tell when they're cooked, you get a little bit of that golden color, and look at the back, it's nice and golden. And that batch made quite a lot because I made them small, so I have lots to share. And these freeze quite well, and I find that's the best strategy. Freeze them in a Ziploc bag of some sort, and then just take what you need. And this way you don't overeat, although it's very tempting because they are delicious. And they're really moist too. Yum. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Keep looking at our Learn in Kitchen series and learn more about how you can reduce sugar and incorporate more whole foods in your diet. And yeah, bon appetit!